Okay, welcome back. We'll go on to our next committee, which is the Public Works and Public Safety Committee, and Terry Bornum is the chair.
Thank you, Michael. Joining me on the committee is Gene Knutson and Roxanne Murphy. We have two items before the committee today. The first is a bid award for the Granary Avenue and Laurel Street, FW-1011, and bid 69B-2016.
Thank you. Chad Schulhauser, Public Works. We're here for the bid award on the Granary Avenue and Laurel Street, our GALS project. That involves construction down at the waterfront of approximately half a mile of roadways connecting Roeder and Cornwall. We opened bids September 20th. Ram Construction was the apparent low bidder. We received 7 bids all told. They came in with a responsive bid of $8.7, a little over $8.7 million. Our engineer's estimate was about $10.8 million on that. The bid includes in your packet schedules C, D, and E. There are actually 6 schedules with this, A through F. Schedules C, D, and E are for the construction of private franchise utilities, some water and service utilities, fiber optic conduit, and some casings, all to service the adjacent port properties down at the waterfront outside of the road right-of-way. All those costs are going to be the port's responsibility. And the casings are being put in to get underneath the railroad tracks ahead of our construction, so we aren't out there tearing up roadways later on. The city responsibility on this is almost $8.2 million. The port will be responsible for a little over $500,000 on that, and staff is here recommending award to Ram Construction. Freeman Anthony is the project engineer on this project. He's here with me today. He'd like to discuss real briefly some potential Green Road certification, and then we're both here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Freeman Anthony, Public Works. And yeah, there's not a whole lot extra to it on top of what Chad said. We are going for Green Road certification in this project. It'll be our, I think, 6th or 7th project, which incidentally will tie us with Tacoma, or maybe move us ahead of Tacoma. So there's a little competition there. But yeah, we're really excited. Building a project from the ground up is rare, so we've been able to incorporate some pretty cool stuff, and we're obviously really excited to move this one forward. So any particular questions? We're here.
Okay. Committee? Roxanne.
Just move that we award the bid for Granary Avenue and Laurel Street to Ram Construction.
Okay. One quick question I should have asked, but when do you anticipate, after we make this award, them starting on that, on Granary?
We'll wait a few more years, you know.
Okay.
No, we've been moving this one very quickly, and that includes, you know, the bidding process, permitting process. So we've given RAM just 10 days to bring a contract back to us, and the notice to proceed will be for the 25th of October. It'll take a week or two for things to start rolling, but my expectation is you will see quite a bit of activity by the end of November on site.
Great. I'm glad to see
it's a calendar year.
Yeah, I'm glad to see this is going to happen, because I've heard one port commissioner grousing about that we're dragging our feet, keeping them from moving forward in the project, which we know is not true, but I'm just glad to hear that we're moving forward quickly on this. So anything else from anybody? Yes, Pinky.
Actually, Terry already asked half of it, but do they have a scheduled build date? Like if they start in November, when they'll be finished?
The working days on this are for basically a full calendar year. So once they issue notice to proceed, end of October, we expect completion end of October 2018.
However, we have a provision in there because of the forthcoming park project and acknowledging that the granary is moving along. So we're going to go, we have a provision in the contract to complete the first 400 or 500 feet of the roadway by, right now it's by the end of February, you know, all things being equal, provided something weird doesn't happen. So that is an intent to actually have the first, you know, quarter of it open to the public and accessible. Maybe not the top lift of asphalt, but most of it done and accessible to the public, you know, by late winter.
Okay. We have a motion before us. All those in favor, answer aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we will recommend approval tonight. And moving to the next one, it's an amendment to interlocal agreements between the City of Bellingham and the Port of Bellingham for the port utility infrastructure installations associated with the Granary Avenue and Laurel Street project.
Thank you, Chad Schwalzer, Public Works. Back in August, the council approved an ILA, an interlocal agreement with the port for utilities and the work going down in the waterfront. This is an amendment to that existing ILA that kind of clarifies the casings, the services that we're providing down to the port with our construction, and the payment of those, as we already discussed. Those are 3 separate schedules in our contract. This ILA will clear up their responsibility for approximately $500,000 on the bid schedules right now. And we've been working with, our legal department has been working with the port's legal to get this all sorted out, and this is basically just cleaning things up. And we will, we're recommending that council authorize the mayor to enter into this ILA. Any substantial changes to it would obviously be brought before council, but this is just cleaning things up for the payment of those 3 additional schedules. I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
I have one question, and that relates in the agenda packet on the write-up at the top. The last sentence, it says, staff recommends that council authorize the mayor to enter into the proposed amendment in substantially the form attached here. What's, when you're saying substantially, I'm just not sure about what that means.
Yeah, Matt Stamps, legal department. With the timeline to get this done, we were still in some final negotiations over some specific verbiage, but nothing that would substantially affect it. And so we thought this was a way to bring forward the interlocal, you know, and recognize there might be some final tweaks to language before it actually gets executed. But nothing substantial. If anything substantial is going to be changed from what you see in the packet, we would bring that back forward next meeting.
Okay, I was just, when I read that, I wasn't sure how to quite interpret that.
Yeah.
Gene.
I'll move approval.
Okay. We have a motion before us. Any comments? Yes, Michael.
Just a small question. One of the changes is increasing the casing from 30 feet to 60 feet. From where to where are we measuring 30 feet or 60 feet? I don't know what that means.
Those are the casings that go underneath the Burlington Northern Railroad tracks.
They just want to extend further.
Exactly, so
Okay.
to get further outside their right-of-way.
Thank you.
Okay. Seeing no further questions, all those in favor of the motion, answer aye.
Aye.
Okay. We will recommend approval tonight. End of committee. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.